What is going on, everybody? Lucas here with Stock Artist. Today I'm going to be doing a gear review video on this Rambo Roamer e-bike, as well as some of my first impressions when I open this thing up. So stay with me. Alright, so starting off, I do already have a blog post up on our website, which I will link the blog to down below. You can go over to our website, check out that blog if you're the reading type. If not, just go ahead and keep watching this video, and I'll touch on some of those same topics that I did in that blog. So within these past few years, it seems like I've been running into more and more people off the beaten path, as I'm sure you've probably encountered as well. With all the craziness going on, it just seems like it's been producing a lot more outdoorsmen. So now, you know, some of those popular hunting spots that you've been going to every single year, they seem to be, you know, kind of clustered with a bunch of new hunters and new guys out and about. So what I wanted to do was find a way to help me get away from some of these new guys, or get away from just, you know, people in general. So one of the things I was looking into was e-bikes. You know, a lot easier to maintain than a horse or a mule or, you know, some kind of an animal, but it'll still, you know, get you off that beaten path, get you deeper into the woods, into, you know, less pressured animals, where you're not running into a bunch of hunters every single day. And that's exactly what this Rambo bike allowed me to do. Alright, so jumping into it, I chose the Rambo Roamer. So in terms of bang for your buck, I would say the Roamer kind of checked all the boxes that I was looking for, or at least a big majority of the boxes that I was looking for, as well as price point. Yes, they're not, you know, the cheapest bikes out there. However, they are great investments. I mean, you know, guys will drop $2-3 grand on a bow setup. So, you know, why not invest in something that'll help you get deeper into new country? So after assembly, you're pretty much ready to go, besides breaking in the disc brakes. Alright, so going from top to bottom, let's go ahead and go over what this Rambo Roamer offers. For the handlebars themselves, you have a comfortable Pro Max 700mm handlebar. So on the left side of the handlebars, you have the front brake, as well as the controls for the electric motor. And dexterity wise, even through thick gloves, you can still feel the buttons and control the buttons with ease. On the right hand side of the handlebars, you have the rear brake, as well as the throttle control for the electric motor, which if you just want to put your head down and just hammer that baby down, you'll be cruising. So this thing definitely zips. Just below the handlebars, you have a GT MRK suspension fork, which was great when I was going through some of the thick, rough terrain. The forks pretty much absorbed all of the shock, and it was no strain to my arms at all. For the frame itself, it's aluminum alloy 6061, which, I mean, this thing is pretty strong and rugged, as well as pretty sleek. The frame itself also kind of dips right here, so when I had my pack on and I was getting on and off the bike, it was pretty easy to mount and dismount. So getting into the guts of this thing, it's got a Bafang 750 watt BBS02 high torque mid-drive motor. And I don't know all the scientific mumbo jumbo of all of that stuff. However, going up and down some of the steep terrain that I was encountering on my elk hunt last year, this thing performed pretty dang good, especially with the pedal assist. That thing saved my life. So for the pedal assist, all you have to do is hold down that power button on the left hand side of the handlebars. You'll see your LED display light up, and then from there, just choose the level of pedal assist that you want. I found myself, you know, staying around the 3 to 4 mark, and just that level alone was allowing me to kind of cruise up the mountain with no problem at all. There was no resistance. You just keep pedaling, let that electric motor take over, and just feels like you're pedaling normally on flat ground. It's pretty incredible. Lastly, if you just want to pedal this thing yourself without using the electric motor, you have the gear lever on the top right hand side of the handlebars. For this Roamer, it's only a 3-speed which later on I do want to upgrade to some of their higher geared bikes. However, those things start to get very expensive, and I'm definitely going to have to save up for that. But the 3 speeds, I would say if you're sticking with flat ground to small hills, it's okay. But if you're going up and down some steep grades, then I don't suggest getting this 3-speed. I would suggest going higher. I think they even have like an 11-speed bike, which I would love to have that eventually. But like I said, once you start getting up there, they start getting very expensive. So for now, this 3-speed is doing me just fine, especially with that pedal assist. If I'm using the pedal assist, this thing will get me up any grade, no problem at all, as long as it's not, Mount Everest. This thing will get me up the mountain. So getting to the wheels, we have the Kendra Crusade anti-puncture 26-inch by 4-inch fat tire. These things performed exceptionally well in some of the mud, snow, and just soft sand that I was finding myself going through last year at elk season. And like I had briefly mentioned earlier, this thing does have a disc brake on the front and rear. On the technical side, these disc brakes are Logan HD-E500 2-piston hydraulic 180mm disc brakes. As far as accessories go, Rambo does offer a long line of different accessories for their e-bikes. The accessories I chose to get right off the bat were the PDW fenders, which I am sure glad I got, because that last week of September last year was very muddy, very wet, and this thing got caked in mud. So those fenders definitely saved me from getting all of that mud on me and my gear, as well as my bow. The other thing I got was our tire repair kit, which I definitely believe should be your #1 accessory to get if you are going to go with an e-bike, because if you get a puncture in the backcountry, you're kind of screwed. However far you biked out, you're going to have to hike back now. So definitely make sure if you're going to get an e-bike, one of the first things I want you to buy is a tire repair kit for it. At first, I didn't want to buy a bunch of accessories for this bike because I was unsure if I was going to like it or not. Now knowing that this bike is pretty dang awesome, the next things I'm going to upgrade to are going to be the front and rear rack for this. That will definitely help get some of the weight off my back and disperse it to the racks so that it'll make the ride a little more enjoyable. So all in all, I'm very pleased with this bike. It actually exceeded some of my expectations I had for it. So if you're looking into getting an e-bike, they are great investments. I just suggest doing your research and see what's going to work for you and what's not. I found the Rambo e-bike to kind of check a big majority of the boxes that I had when I was first looking into e-bikes. And no, Rambo did not sponsor this video whatsoever. I bought this thing with my hard-earned money, so it is my honest review about this e-bike. And yes, I do have to say it, it is YouTube fashion. Like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Go check out our website and some of our other blog posts and gear reviews. There will definitely be a few more reviews that I want to do. And lastly, big thank you to you guys for checking out this video. I hope you learned something. If there's any way we can improve on these gear review videos, please let me know in the comments. I'll definitely keep that in mind for the next one, because that's what we want to do here on this channel. We want to improve, we want to grow, we want to inform you guys about different products that we maybe have some experience in. And as always, good luck on all your future hunts.